Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Euro indices, and I'd like to start with the Germany Mid-Cap 50 here. As last week we left off on this and we used it as a bit of a catalyst for being long or short in the DAX. This particular count here that we have from wave 3 up here, we're looking at an A wave and a B wave and a C wave down for wave 4 here. On the Friday when we spoke, I wanted to just sort of focus on this number here, and I mean, because this wave structure here, we had 3 waves up, it could have possibly developed further up here as well, so we didn't want to miss anything, so we were going to go long above this high here, basically, in a nutshell. We don't need that on the long side here. At the same time, however, we had this move here to go short below this low here, basically, or the retest within here to go short. But this would also help us trigger it on the DAX as well. So in this case here, it does look like we've got wave 1 and 2 and 3, and there'll be wave 4 and 5. So this has probably got a little rally in here, and then down for 3, and then an A and a B and a C back for 4, and then down for 5 here. So that's pretty much what we're looking at with the DAX anyway. The other markets can be slightly different. So yeah, down at the 2400 here, and then a bounce back up here. And we have to remember that wave 4s can get bigger and uglier, but at the same time we've got this move down here in 3 waves here, so it's a little bit like a flat correction that we could be looking at here for the Germany mid-cap. Now taking that, we're using the 25,000 on the mid cap, but at the same time we were using the 12,500 on this market here, just to keep it. This is the DAX, sorry, 1 hour chart, and we had to go long above this top here and then short below these guys here. That's pretty much the only way that we could be assured of, getting a trade or being in the market on the right side at the right time. So that's worked out really well. So we don't need this one here now. So I'm assuming now that we'll get a bounce off the 12.2 here, and that will send us back 38.2% to the 12,300 here. And failing to get support on the 12.3 here. This is quite important. If a tested support is established on 12.3, then the market's going to head back up to 500, the next level at that stage. Okay, I expect it to rally up to that point, but then drop into wave 3 here, then an ABC for wave 4, and then drop again into the 12,000 here. As the wave 4. So we're in this impulse wave to the downside here at the moment, and we could just, I don't know if the owl is the best chart to do this on, but we still need that low of wave 3 to come in play first. But anyway, we're in that trend channel there, and just be mindful too, because from 12,000 we have group 1, which is 100, 200 and 300, and when you're shorting into group 1, when you're coming down into shorting it gets really bouncy because it bounces around these whole numbers here all the time. So the idea is to keep your stop well out of the way and use the 12.1 as 50% profit, and the rest of it at the 12,000 area here. So yeah, look, that's that, and I'll just go to the AEX, which is actually doing something completely different, but that's okay, because our wave count that we've had, even though it was different from the other guys, is performing the way that we figured it should. So first of all, from wave 2 here, which makes it a little bit difficult in terms of all the spiking that goes on here, but I've taken that low in here and up to wave 3 here, and look at wave 4 pulling back to the 38.2% retracement level, back into the 500 area here. This has been a little bit complicated for me anyway, and I know that it can be counted in different ways, but there's a couple of things here. We've come close to our target area here. it still may be that, that I've made a mistake somewhere and we get wave C over here of wave 4, and we've got wave B here and wave A here. But I have to say that the move up here is giving us a nice impulse wave, so 5 waves. So as far as I can see, I know this is different from the other markets, is that if I can just borrow that wave 1 here, I think we've got wave 1 here. Probably, I don't. I mean, this is what it's looking like, and wave 3 and 4. So it's kind of just leaving the the DAX out of it in a way, and that's okay too. I mean, it's a it's a unique individual market, and it's got its own own footprint and so forth. So yeah, that's kind of how I see it. So let's just investigate this here a little bit. I don't know if we're working on the 4 hour or the 1 hour. Probably want to go to, well, this. I'll just start here with this one here. With the 4 hour chart here, I wasn't sure if we had wave 4 here or here. But I know that this, I mean, I could pretty much go an A wave here and a B wave here and 5 waves for the C wave up here for wave B. But I know that on the cash market, this wave 5 that I got here was lower than this wave 3 here. So all I can see here is that I got 5 waves up here. So if I've got 5 waves up there, then I'd expect an ABC pattern to come back and then move up here further. So I think that I think there's a couple of things here. Let's just go to the 1 hour chart here. Whoopsie daisy. 1 hour chart here, just to get in there a little bit. So this is what I was thinking. So from this wave 5 of C of 4 here, we've got wave 1 here, 2 here, and then wave 3 here, wave 4 here, and then wave 5 here. This is also 530 as well. So, well, anytime you see a number 3, it's group 1. So it's minor group 1 from 500. So 1, 2, and 3 here, 10, 20, and 30. So if tested support is ever found on here, we'll be going along from that point. But yeah, we've got to kind of work out what's what here. I mean, currently here, I can look at this as an A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave here. But first of all, it's too short in a nutshell. So I think that we need to be a little bit more considerate here and not jump the gun a little bit. So we can still have, we'll just leave that there for the time being. But yeah, obviously it's got support on this trend line coming here through too. But when we think of the mid cap here, the mid cap 50 and also the DAX as well as having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, then we've got to consider the AEX having further moves down here, like these guys being pulled down. But that's okay, because that would pull down something like, say there's a little bounce off here down onto this level here, the 520, maybe some type of rally here like the wave 4 that these guys are going to be having here, so to speak, and then a little 5 wave structure down here for wave C, and then we move up from that point. So we can look to go long, if I can just borrow this guy here, somewhere here, and maybe even lower in here as well, if we can figure it out, That's what I'm sort of thinking anyway. So let's just give this a little bit of time and space to do its thing. The S&P 500 should be bullish this week, for the week until it gets up to 2,500. But while that's been moving up, we've been seeing the DAX and so forth become weaker. Also the FTSE as well. Chart in here. So with the FTSE here, I've got a situation where I've got an A wave and a B wave and a C wave here, a little bit like the AEX basically. I don't know if this wave 4 is going to get bigger and uglier. I don't know if this move up here is just still part of the 4th wave here, and we have to go over here further, because currently the move up through here is only in 3 waves so far. Okay, so I can put that here now and that there and so on. So it could be an A wave and a B wave and a C wave to here to make this wave B here, and then we have a wave C that comes down here. I just don't know. The other way it can be is wave 1 here, back for wave 2 here, up for wave 3 here, or it could also be if I can just borrow this here, it can also be wave 1 here of this degree here, and then copy that, wave 2 here of this degree here, and then having this here as wave 1 up here, and then coming back for wave 2 here as such. So I don't know. I would if this is going to be a B wave here of just 3 waves up here, then if the 7-4 became the retested resistance, or we had a nice clean 5 waves down here, then we can look at being bearish. But at this stage here, while this low here is in, this trend line is here, and the move is up here, I think that we need to stay on the long side. Not that we have to do anything at the moment because we don't have a trade set up, but we just allow this to play out here. And let's see what we've actually got here. The move down here currently does count as an A and a B and a C wave here. So on the cash market it does as well, but that may not be finished. That can just go, the cash market can just come straight down here, and then we've got 5 waves down. So I just don't know just yet what we've got. Well, we don't have a setup to trade long or short here just yet. That's my humble opinion. We need to wait for a clearer signal here. This market is certainly not, when we look at all its price action through here, it's not a market that's actually going places. It's not a market that's actually thinking for itself. It's unsure. It's being dragged around by other markets, and it hasn't found its own feet yet. If it gets support on the 7-5 here, then that will make it interesting at that point. Even if it does, it would be, this move here would be basically the arrival here, the reaction here, the first high above the level, and then there would be a ABC correction here, and then then it would work up from here. So we'd still have a long way to go before we had a setup over here to move up, because if we get it at 7.5 here, then we'll be looking at 7.8 or 7.650 or something. So but at this stage here, there's a good case for it to be this B wave being in place here, because we're not seeing a strong move here, but we haven't seen it collapse yet either. So we're in a rock and a hard place. So I reckon we just chill on this one and stay short in the Eurozone. Alrighty. Cheers.